Beneath the crimson moons of Titan, a secret waited for centuries. The starship Aegis cut through the swirling orange clouds of Titan, Saturn's largest moon. Its hull glinted under the light of distant Saturn, reflecting the pale reds of Titan's crimson moons. Captain Liora Dane stood on the observation deck, her hands gripping the railing, eyes fixed on the horizon. She had been waiting for this moment her entire life, the first human expedition to Titan's hidden valleys. "This place, it feels alive," muttered Commander Ryen, stepping beside her. His voice echoed slightly against the metallic walls of the ship. Liora nodded. "It's been untouched for centuries. Or maybe millennia. Whatever waits beneath those moons, we're about to see it." The crew of 12 astronauts and scientists moved with careful precision, checking instruments, adjusting suits, and preparing the lander. The planet's gravity was weaker than Earth's, making every movement seem almost dreamlike. "Atmospheric readings are stable," said Dr. Soren Vale, the team's lead scientist, his voice trembling slightly with excitement. "No storms, minimal radiation. It's perfect for discovery." Lyra's eyes met Soren's. "Perfect for what, exactly?" Soren hesitated. "For what's buried beneath the ice, beneath the crimson moons. I've been studying ancient signals, patterns, and anomalies. Something is here. Something waiting." A sudden vibration shook the Aegis. The landing thrusters ignited, sending clouds of orange dust spiraling into the air. Titan's surface rushed toward them. A landscape of frozen methane rivers and jagged rock formations, glittering under the twin moons' red glow. As the lander touched down, the crew felt a mixture of awe and fear. Centuries of mystery had led them here, and beneath the crimson moons, a secret lay buried. Waiting for human eyes for the first time after hours of preparation, the crew descended into Titan's valley, a deep trench carved into the frozen surface. The walls of the valley shimmered with a strange, red ice that seemed to pulse faintly, as if breathing. "This ice, it's not natural," whispered Lieutenant Kira Vose, scanning the walls with her scanner. "It's too regular, too patterned. Almost engineered." Soren bent closer to the scanner. "Exactly. This confirms what I suspected. There was someone here. Or something." The valley widened into a vast underground cave, lit faintly by the crimson moons shining through cracks in the ice. In the center of the cave lay a monolithic structure, taller than any building on Earth, made of a black, reflective material. Its surface shimmered with strange symbols that glowed faintly red. The crew fell silent. Lyra felt her heart pound. Centuries of human imagination, none of it prepared us for this. Dr. Vale stepped forward cautiously. "It's calling us. Look at the symbols, they are almost like a language. Or a map. A warning, maybe. Or an invitation." Before anyone could respond, the ground beneath the structure trembled. A faint hum filled the air, resonating deep within the crew's bones. Kira stepped back, alarmed. This is alive. Or at least, it reacts to our presence." Lyra raised a hand. "Everyone, slow down. We observe. We do not touch. We do not provoke. Not yet." The hum grew louder. The black structure began to open, splitting like a flower in reverse. A hollow space appeared, revealing a staircase descending into darkness. From the shadows, a cold, faintly red light spilled out, illuminating carvings along the walls. Humanoid figures, machines intertwined, and a strange symbol repeated over and over, a spiral surrounding a star. This is a message," Soren whispered. "A message meant for anyone who finds it. But who left it here? And why?" Lyra glanced back at her crew. Their faces reflected fear, awe, and curiosity. "Whatever it is, it's waited long enough. We go down, together." The staircase spiraled deep into the frozen core of Titan, the red light from the entrance fading behind them. The air grew colder, thinner, and every breath from the helmets of the crew seemed louder in the silence. "This place, it's not natural," Lieutenant Kira said again, her voice tight with unease. "How could anything carve this deep into Titan without collapsing?" Dr. Soren Vale ran his hand along the smooth walls, feeling the strange warmth radiating from the black stone. "It's more than engineering, it's preservation. Whoever built this didn't just carve Titan. They shaped it to survive." Captain Liora Dane led the group cautiously, her boots echoing in the hollow tunnel. "Keep your eyes open. Watch for traps or anomalies. And stay together." The tunnel widened into a massive cavern. The walls were lined with crystalline structures that pulsed with a faint red glow, like a heartbeat frozen in stone. Strange glyphs covered every surface, some moving subtly as though alive. "Look at this," whispered Soren, pointing to a massive mural carved into the wall. It depicted humanoid beings reaching toward the stars, while beneath them, shadowy forms crawled across the ground. The spiraling star symbol appeared repeatedly, connecting the figures in a pattern that resembled a map. Kira scanned the walls with her portable device. These symbols, they are not just decoration. They are instructions, coordinates, some kind of warning, or a guide. Lyra stepped closer, studying the mural. Or record, a history. Centuries ago, someone, or something, left this here. Maybe to be found by us. Maybe, to test us. Suddenly, a low rumble echoed through the cavern. Dust and ice fell from the ceiling, and the glowing crystals flickered. The crew froze, listening. The sound was deep, resonant, almost like Titan itself was awakening. "What did we trigger?" asked Kira, gripping her weapon tightly. "I don't know," Soren admitted, his eyes wide. "But this is alive. The structure, the ice, the crystals, it's all connected. And I think it knows we're here." The rumble grew louder. From the far end of the cavern, a faint figure emerged, silhouetted against the crimson light. At first, it looked like a statue, but as it moved closer, the crew realized it was neither statue nor human. Its body shimmered like the black stone, and glowing symbols ran across its surface, pulsing in rhythm with the cavern's heartbeat. Lyra raised her hand slowly. "Who, or what, are you?" The figure stopped, tilting its head as if considering the question. Then, a voice echoed inside the crew's minds, not through their radios. "You have come. You have waited. Now the secret may awaken. But only if you are worthy." The crew exchanged nervous glances. Lyra's heart pounded. Worthy of what? The figure's symbols shifted, forming the spiral star pattern again. And then it gestured toward a massive doorway at the cavern's center. The doorway seemed alive, shimmering and breathing with a light that was neither warm nor cold. Soren stepped forward, compelled. "The secret, it's behind that door. Everything here has been waiting for centuries to reveal itself. And we are the first to arrive." Lyra hesitated. "If we go through, there's no turning back." Kira's grip tightened on her weapon. "No turning back. That's clear. But maybe some secrets are meant to be found, no matter the danger." Lyra nodded slowly, glancing at each crew member. "Then we move forward. Together. Whatever waits beneath the crimson moons, we face it." The crew approached the doorway, and as they crossed the threshold, the cavern seemed to shift. The walls pulsed brighter, the crystals thrummed with energy, and the floor beneath them glowed faintly red. The figure vanished, leaving only its message and the path ahead. The secret that had slept beneath Titan for centuries was stirring. And for the first time in human history, it would meet explorers who dared to uncover it. The crew stepped through the doorway, and the world around them changed. The walls now shimmered with liquid-like darkness, reflecting their own faces as if Titan itself were watching them. The air was thick but breathable, strangely comforting despite the cavern's cold origins. "Keep your scanners active," Lyra instructed. "We don't know what's real yet." The team moved cautiously across a vast chamber, its ceiling lost in shadows. In the center stood a massive pedestal, and atop it floated a crystalline sphere, glowing faintly red and pulsing like a heartbeat. The spiraling star symbol from the murals hovered inside it, rotating slowly. This is it," whispered Soren, overtaking his usual scientific caution. "The heart of whatever built this. It's alive. And conscious, I think." Kira circled the pedestal, scanning it from every angle. "It's generating an energy field. The readings, they are off the charts. This could power entire cities, or destroy them." Lyra stepped closer, her reflection shimmering in the sphere. "Soren, what does it do? Why is it here?" The sphere pulsed brighter, and the voice returned in their minds, calm yet immense. "You have awakened the memory of centuries. The secret waits to restore what was lost. But first, you must understand." Soren's eyes widened. "Memory, restore, this isn't just a machine. It's a repository, a consciousness preserved through time. Whoever built it wanted someone to find it, to awaken it." Lyra studied the sphere, feeling a strange connection.
Her thoughts and emotions seemed mirrored within it. Then it's testing us,
seeing if we're ready to bear the knowledge it holds. The room shifted subtly, and holographic images began to form in the air. Scenes of Titan centuries ago flickered into view. Humanoid beings walking across its surface, erecting structures, harnessing energy from beneath the ice, communicating with distant stars. They smiled, laughed, and then, suddenly, the images turned dark. War, destruction, a collapse of civilization, and finally, the decision to hide their knowledge beneath the crimson moons.
Soren's voice was trembling.
They foresaw their own extinction, and preserved everything here, hoping someone worthy would discover it. They left us a legacy, maybe even a chance to continue what they began.
Kira glanced nervously at the glowing sphere.
But why wait centuries? Why hide it so deep?
The voice responded again. Time was needed.
Only when those who seek it arrive with courage, wisdom, and unity may the secret awaken fully. Only then can the memory reshape the future.
Liora turned to her crew. This isn't just a discovery. It's a responsibility.
Whatever this secret is, it could change humanity forever. And we must decide carefully how we proceed. The sphere pulsed again, stronger, and images of distant worlds appeared. Civilizations rising, falling, and reaching for the stars. A map unfolded, showing pathways, energy sources, and knowledge lost to time.
The spiral star symbol glowed at the center. Soren stepped forward, mesmerized. It's a guide.
A blueprint for survival, advancement, evolution. Whoever created this understood the universe in ways we can barely imagine.
Liora felt the weight of history pressing on her shoulders. We're not just explorers anymore. We're caretakers.
And what we choose here will echo through centuries to come.
A sudden tremor shook the chamber. The energy from the sphere surged, surrounding the crew in red light.
The air vibrated with knowledge, and for a brief moment, each of them saw visions of themselves shaping the future of humanity with this newfound wisdom. Kira whispered, almost in awe, it's showing us what we could become if we're worthy. The chamber grew silent once more, leaving only the glowing sphere hovering on its pedestal, waiting for their next move.
Liora took a deep breath. We came here seeking a secret.
Now we must choose to awaken it fully or leave it sleeping for another century. The crew exchanged solemn looks, knowing that the choice they made beneath the crimson moons of Titan would define humanity's path forever. The chamber was silent, but the red glow from the crystalline sphere filled every corner. It pulsed steadily, as if breathing, responding to the presence of the humans who had dared to enter its domain. Liora stepped closer, feeling an inexplicable connection to it, as though the sphere could read her very thoughts.
This is it, she said softly.
The moment we've been waiting for. But what does it want from us? The voice returned in their minds, calm but immense. To awaken fully, you must prove your worth. Courage, wisdom, unity. Only together may the secret serve your kind.
Soren's eyes widened. Tests, like a puzzle. A trial. But mental? Physical?
Emotional. Before anyone could answer, the chamber shifted. Walls of ice shimmered into transparent screens, displaying visions of possible futures. One showed Earth ravaged by war and famine. Another, humanity thriving across the stars, united and enlightened. A holographic path appeared before the crew, winding toward the pedestal. Floating symbols blocked the way, spiraling and shifting with every step. It was a maze, but one that seemed to respond to thought, emotion, and intent. Kira frowned. It's like it's reading us, judging us as we move. One wrong thought, one selfish intent, and it could end. Liora turned to her crew. Then we proceed carefully. Every action, every decision, it matters. Together. Step by step, they navigated the maze. The symbols tested their courage first. Illusions of danger sprang to life, a chasm that seemed bottomless, a collapsing tunnel, a shadowy figure reaching toward them with menacing intent. Kira almost panicked, but Lyora's steady voice guided her. Face it. Do not run. Trust your instincts. Trust each other. The illusions vanished, replaced by scenes demanding wisdom. Dilemmas of morality, choices between self-preservation and the greater good. Each crew member felt their deepest fears and desires reflected back at them. Soren struggled with one vision, a chance to take the sphere's knowledge for himself, to bend it for power. He froze, heart racing. But then Lyora's voice reminded him,
This isn't about one person. It's about all of us.
We survive together, or we fail together. He exhaled and stepped forward, rejecting selfish temptation. The symbols shimmered green, and the path opened further.
Finally, unity was tested.
The maze shifted, splitting into separate corridors, each leading to the pedestal. If they separated, the test would fail. The crew hesitated, fear flashing in their eyes.
Liora looked at them all. We face this together. No one goes alone.
We move as one. Holding hands, supporting each other, they navigated the final challenge. The red glow intensified, surrounding them completely. The symbols on the pedestal aligned perfectly, forming the spiral star pattern once more. A deep resonance filled the chamber, vibrating through the walls, the floor, and even their very bones. The sphere lifted from the pedestal, spinning slowly, then split into thousands of small shards of light, orbiting the crew. Each shard whispered knowledge, mathematics, energy manipulation, communication across galaxies, ways to heal worlds, and to prevent disasters humanity could never imagine. Soren gasped, overwhelmed. It's giving us everything. Every secret, every answer, if we're ready to use it wisely. The voice spoke once more, echoing like the hum of Titan itself. You have proven courage, wisdom, and unity. The secret is now yours to awaken. Use it well, for your choices will shape the stars themselves. The shards of light merged into a single glowing form, hovering before them. They were no longer just explorers. They were custodians of a legacy older than humanity, entrusted with knowledge that could guide, or destroy, the future. Liora stared at the sphere, a mixture of awe and determination on her face. We did it.
We passed. But this is only the beginning.
Whatever waits beyond these moons, it starts with us. Kira smiled faintly, still breathless. Centuries of waiting, and now it's ours.
But it's not a gift.
It's responsibility. And responsibility can be heavier than any star. The chamber pulsed once more, and the light began to spread through Titan's tunnels, reaching far beneath the ice. Outside, the crimson moons glowed brighter, as if acknowledging the awakening of a secret that had slumbered for centuries. Liora stepped back, taking in the enormity of what they had achieved.
We have a choice now.
To use this knowledge to protect humanity, or to risk everything for ambition. We choose wisely. And beneath the crimson moons of Titan, a secret centuries old had finally awakened, ready to change the course of human history forever. The chamber fell silent after the pulsating light of the sphere merged around the crew. It was not just illumination. They could feel the knowledge flowing into them, seeping into their minds like a river of understanding. Every question they had about the universe, every theory that had kept humanity awake at night, now had answers waiting within the sphere. Soren staggered slightly, overwhelmed. It's incredible. I can feel the patterns of the cosmos, the energy flows, the histories of civilizations, even technologies we haven't dreamed of yet.
Kira placed a hand on his shoulder.
It's like Titan itself is speaking, teaching us. Liora studied the floating sphere, now hovering just above the ground. Its glow had softened into a calm red, warm but intense, like a heartbeat she could feel with her chest.
We need to understand this carefully. This is not just knowledge. It's power.
And if misused, it could be catastrophic. Suddenly, the voice returned, deeper than before, resonating like a drum within their minds. Knowledge alone is not enough.
Action defines worth.
The secret must be shared, guided, and protected. Your kind has waited long for guidance, but the choice remains yours.
Soren frowned.
Guidance?
How? How are we supposed to use this?
It's limitless. Liora took a deep breath.
Step by step.
We document, we plan, we protect. This is a responsibility, not a treasure. We can't let it fall into the wrong hands. The sphere pulsed gently, as if responding to her words. Images formed around them, showing distant human colonies, cities at risk, and worlds that could benefit from the knowledge contained within. It also showed danger, conflicts, greed, and destruction, if humanity chose selfishly.
Kira shivered.
It's like it's giving us a choice, a test beyond the trial in the maze. Not just whether we're worthy, but whether humanity is ready for this.
Liora nodded. Exactly. The sphere didn't just test us. It tested the idea of what we could do with it.
Humanity must earn it, not just possess it. Soren whispered, almost in reverence, centuries of waiting, just for us to arrive, to prove we could handle it. And now, we have to guide the rest of humanity. Outside, Titan's crimson moons reflected the awakening of the secret. The ice and crystal formations in the valley pulsed faintly, as if Titan itself recognized the moment. Liora looked at her crew, determination in her eyes. We will not fail. This secret was hidden for a reason, and we are here to ensure it is used wisely. Every decision we make now, every action, matters more than we can imagine. The crew moved closer to the sphere. Light and understanding flowed through them, showing them maps of energy sources across the solar system, safe passages to distant stars, and ways to protect Earth and human colonies from disasters yet to come. Kira murmured, "It's more than science, it's a blueprint for survival. For progress. For peace, if we choose wisely." Liora reached out her hand, letting the glow of the sphere wash over her. We choose wisely. Not just for ourselves, but for everyone. Titan kept this secret waiting centuries, and now, it trusts us. The chamber pulsed one final time, sending a wave of crimson light through the tunnels of Titan. Outside, the moons glimmered, and the frozen surface reflected a promise. Knowledge had awakened, responsibility had been accepted, and the next chapter of humanity's journey had begun beneath the crimson moons. Days passed as the crew studied the sphere and absorbed its vast knowledge. Titan's crimson moons cast a steady glow through the cavern, illuminating the chamber like a sacred hall. Every day brought new revelations, ways to stabilize failing ecosystems, methods to generate clean energy, and insights into faster-than-light communication. But with each discovery came a heavier realization. The knowledge was immense, far beyond humanity's current capacity to control. One wrong decision could cause disaster on a planetary scale. Soren paced the chamber, running simulations on a portable holographic display. We can prevent famines, cure diseases, even terraform planets. But if this falls into the wrong hands, wars, greed, exploitation, it could destroy everything. Kira frowned. It's a burden, not just a gift. How do we even begin to decide what to reveal and what to keep hidden? Liora, standing at the center with the sphere's glow bathing her face, spoke slowly. We take it one step at a time. Knowledge must be paired with wisdom. We guide humanity carefully, but we also protect them from themselves. The sphere pulsed gently, almost as if it agreed. Its inner light reflected scenes of human cities and colonies, showing both potential triumphs and disasters. The crew realized that the sphere not only provided knowledge, it offered foresight, glimpses of the consequences of every choice. Suddenly, a warning signal echoed in the chamber. The scanners detected an unknown energy signature approaching Titan's surface. A vessel, not human, descending rapidly. Visitors, Kira said tensely, gripping her weapon. Or intruders. Someone else knows about this place. The crew hurried to secure the chamber. The sphere hovered protectively, pulsing brighter. Liora addressed the group. We cannot fight them. Not yet. The secret must remain safe. We hold it, and we decide who may see it. From the observation port, they saw a sleek, black ship landing nearby. Its occupants were humanoid but unlike anything human, tall, lithe, and with faintly glowing skin. The red light of Titan's moons reflected off them, making them appear almost spectral. Soren whispered, the builders, or their descendants. They've returned. The alien beings approached cautiously, their movements deliberate. They spoke, not in words, but in images and emotions that filled the crew's minds. They were seeking the sphere, aware that humanity had awakened the secret centuries too soon. Liora stepped forward, raising her hand in peace. We mean no harm. We've only just begun to understand the gift left here. The aliens studied them, then projected visions of the past. The original builders of Titan had hidden the knowledge, knowing that one day, a species might prove worthy. Humans had passed the trials, but now they faced scrutiny. Kira whispered, so, even after the trial, we're still being tested. The alien's presence was calm, yet intense. The sphere pulsed again, as if communicating silently with both the humans and the newcomers. Liora realized then that the true test was not only personal courage and unity but also responsibility in the face of external judgment. Soren stepped closer to Liora. This is bigger than we thought. The moment we awaken the secret, the universe watches. It's no longer just about humanity. It's about balance, keeping this knowledge safe while proving we are worthy of it.
Lyra's eyes hardened with resolve. Then we show them we are worthy.
We protect the secret, and we guide it wisely. Not just for humanity, but for everything that depends on it. As the crimson moons of Titan cast long shadows across the valley, the crew stood united. The true challenge had only begun. Defending and using the ancient secret responsibly, under the watchful eyes of the Builder's descendants and the future of countless worlds, the alien visitors hovered silently in the chamber, their luminous forms casting shifting shadows against Titan's crystalline walls. The sphere pulsed calmly between them and the humans, a bridge of light and knowledge. Lyra felt the weight of centuries pressing on her shoulders. This was no longer just their discovery, it was a responsibility that could decide the fate of worlds. We come not to judge, but to witness, one of the beings conveyed directly into their minds. Emotions and images flowed with their message: respect, caution, and the hope that humanity could use the secret wisely.
Soren took a deep breath. We understand now. This isn't just about what we do with the knowledge.
It's about proving that we are worthy guardians. The sphere pulsed, projecting visions of countless possibilities. Lyra saw thriving human colonies, worlds healed from devastation, and civilizations reaching for the stars, united and prosperous. She also glimpsed the opposite: greed, conflict, and destruction born from misuse of the secret. The weight of choice was immense. One evening, standing on the frozen surface of Titan, Lyra looked up at the twin red moons. The icy valleys reflected their glow, and the landscape seemed alive, as if Titan itself were watching over them. "We've awakened the secret," she said quietly to her crew.
"But the real journey begins now.
We are no longer just explorers, we are guardians. And what we choose to do with this knowledge will shape the future of humanity for centuries to come." Soren smiled faintly, his eyes reflecting the red light. Centuries of waiting, and now, it's our turn to make history. Kira nodded, gripping her equipment tightly.
"We will honor it.
Whatever it takes." The crimson moons shone brighter that night, illuminating the frozen landscape like twin sentinels. Beneath them, a secret long hidden for centuries had finally awakened, and humanity had its first true opportunity to rise to a challenge greater than any it had ever faced. And for the first time, among the icy valleys and glowing tunnels of Titan, hope and responsibility walked together under the crimson moons, ready to guide humanity toward a future worthy of the secret that had waited so long.